Hi, hello, and welcome back. I'm DM Dorga, and this is From Screen to Tabletop. And today, we're looking at a classic game that's a favorite of gamers everywhere, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And I'm sorry it's taken so long for me to get another video out. I kinda let my schedule get away from me. But more is to come, and up next will be Devil May Cry 5. But let's get back on track and focus on today's episode, which is bosses from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And our first boss today is a duo that some of you might recognize from the Castlevania TV series, Slogra and Gaibon. And because they're a duo, I'm talking about them at the same time. First off, both of them are challenge rating 4s, have 90 hit points, and, well, one walks and the other flies. Up next is their traits. Both of them have one legendary resistance, and both of them share this unique trait called partner tactics. As long as they're within 20 feet of each other, they both have advantage on attack rolls. Up next, we have their actions. Where Slogra can attack with its spear, magic shot, or its beak, Gaibon can attack with its flames, its talons, or it has a breath weapon attack, where it breathes fire in an area and each creature has to make a saving throw or be burned. Lastly, we have their legendary action. Both of them can move and use their attacks that they usually could. However, now they also have a special shared legendary action, where Gaibon flies over, grabs and flies into the air with Slogra and drops them, so Slogra can do a plunging spear attack that does extra damage. And with the duo boss done, we now move on to a very dapper vampire. And so we start off with Phase 1 of Olrox, where he is a challenge 10 with 170 hit points, magic resistance, legendary resistance, and he has regeneration. For his actions, he can attack with his claws, with flying magical skulls that he hurls at enemies, or he can do his big attack, which is Pillars of Darkness, a powerful attack that sends necrotic energy blasting up from under his enemy's feet. And last are his legendary actions, where he can attack, move, or end one negative effect on himself. After you beat his first phase, Olrox goes to Phase 2, where his size increases to huge, his challenge rating goes up to 11, and he now has 189 hit points. Olrox still has his magic and legendary resistance, but he loses his regeneration ability. And for his actions, Olrox can attack with his claws, his fire beam, or do a breath weapon attack that covers a 30-foot cone, burning all that are inside. And for his legendary actions, he can either attack, move, or attempt to recharge his breath weapon to, well, burn more victims. And now with the prim proper vampire out of the way, it's on to probably one of the most iconic bosses throughout the Castlevania series, Death. I'm upside down now! Starting off in Phase 1 of the Death fight, he's a challenge 19 with 315 hit points, can fly, and he has magic and legendary resistances. He also has an aura of constantly spawning scythes that try to deal damage to his enemies. And for his actions, he can either attack with his scythe, with his magical orbs that he blasts out, or his big massive ability, which is a wave of skulls that goes screaming towards their enemies in a 60-foot cone, dealing necrotic damage to all caught inside. And for his legendary actions, he can either attack with his scythe or magic orbs, or summon two large spinning blades that surround him, dealing damage to everything within 20 feet. Now moving on to Phase 2 of the Death boss fight. His traits are the same, however he's bumped up to a challenge 20 and has 336 hit points. And for his actions, he still has the Wave of Skulls, but now he has sickle attacks, which count as a melee and a ranged weapon attack. And for his legendary actions, he can attack with his sickles, he can resist a negative effect, or he can summon a giant skull that bites an area, damaging all that are caught within that area. I almost forgot! I made stats for Legion too! Legion is a challenge 10 boss with 188 hit points, can fly, and has legendary and magic resistance. He also has a barrier of zombies surrounding his core, split into 4 different parts. In order to hit the core, you have to destroy one of the parts. Legion has a unique attack called Falling Corpses, where he drops zombies that are clinging to himself onto his enemies below him, dealing bludgeoning damage and spawning 1d6 zombies every time he does it. He also has a laser beam attack and a powerful homing beam attack that deals massive damage to a single target. And for Legion's legendary actions, he can either move, use his Falling Corpses attack, or use his laser beam attack. And with that, we reach the end of our video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy and can find use for these stat blocks in your own home 5th edition games. And now, let's take a look at our patrons to shout out. Oh, hey, look, it's the usual guys and gals. Thank you so much. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe, and come check me out on Twitch. I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. And come back next time for Devil May Cry homebrew content. Now, see y'all later. So long, farewell, bye-bye, God bless, have a good one.